What is going on, Momentous family? Today we are going to be talking about the top 5 reasons why you should move to Frisco, Texas. And these, to be honest, selfishly are my top 5 reasons. And I want to share with you because I moved from New York to Frisco, Texas, North Dallas in general, an amazing place to live, which I've been here for 60 days. And I want to kind of share with you today my reasons why I'm here, why I believe it's so great, what I'm doing here, and then also to help educate you to see if it's the right decision for you to move to North Dallas, particular Frisco, Texas, where I'm at. So I chose to move from New York, specifically Westchester County, New York, which is a great high cost of living, high income, high quality standards of living place, to move to Texas after being in a place all of my life. And that's all I knew. Very, very scary experience moving from your hometown, what's comfortable, what's nice, into a place of the unknown where you don't know too many people, maybe you have a few friends, maybe you don't know anyone. It's painful. There's a lot of fear involved. I actually debated this for a year and a half before actually taking the leap and realizing that this is something that's gonna empower my life, okay? So I am by birth, a contractor, 3rd generation. I own a high-end residential construction company up in New York where we build homes, additions, high-end remodeling, $250,000 kitchens, $100,000 bathrooms, really rewarding projects to get into. But I had to put that all aside because I wasn't living in a place that was really bringing me true bliss and fulfillment. So after traveling across the country, the Carolinas, I've been to Florida, I've been to other cities in Texas, I landed on North Dallas, Frisco, Texas in particular because of the great amenities, the weather, the culture, the people, the opportunities, and that's what I want to dive in. There are thousands of people moving to Texas each and every day, and that's why I want to tell my story from my lens of someone that moved from New York, completely different culture, completely different place, into a new environment. And I think it's important for other people to understand that they can do it too. I am a realtor now here in Frisco, Texas, and I want to help people find and buy the best houses that they can possibly live that are aligned with what they care most about. I want to bring them an amazing experience because just like in the construction industry, which I fought so hard against, is there is a lack of quality and experience. Quite frankly, I believe most real estate agents lack the actual knowledge in the construction and building industry to bring them an amazing product, to find the right home, to sell the right home, because that is something that is ultimately so important to bring the right quality experience to the actual homeowner looking to buy a house. Because if you don't know how the home is built, if you don't know what a bad quality is, a defaulty product, or what's gonna have a problem in the future, you ultimately don't have the right education and background to provide the ultimate experience for your client. And that's just something that I see and believe in through my experience of being in the construction industry, helping homeowners 6 months or a year later after they bought something that is falling apart, failing mechanical equipment, or they're just wondering why this is bad quality. Their realtor said it was great and beautiful. Because sometimes the things that look nice aren't actually going to perform to the way that they look. And here at Momentous, we believe in finding, buying, selling, and building structures that are gonna change people's lives for generations to come, because we believe that if we build and find a home that is going to be amazing, it'll affect your family. Generational wealth will be created. A community and culture will be created. A home is a place where you can affect your children's lives, provide the right environment to then allow them to grow into the best possible versions of themselves. You can be a better mother, you can be a better father, a better brother, a better sister, if you have the right home to actually do that in. I'm gonna talk about the 5 reasons now why I chose to move to North Dallas. Number 1, the weather. The weather down here in the summertime, we have an average about 95 degrees in July, and in January, the average high of the day is about 55 degrees. The other side of that, which I truly love because I'm an outdoors person, is that there's anywhere between 3 and 7 days of rain each and every month. In the rainy season, we're getting 7, and on one of the drier days, you're getting 3 days of rain a month. So what does that really mean? You're getting tons of sunshine where you can get outside and enjoy the actual temperature. In the summer, is it hot? Absolutely. There's days 105, it feels like 110. But for me, the winter was a real deterrent on my health. Anytime it gets below 45 degrees, my fingers lock up, I get rainouts, I get a stuffy nose, and I start to lock up. And internally, I become less happy because I get less sunlight. So it really affects my health, which is a core value of mine, is that I always protect my health so I can show up the best, live the best life for my clients, for the people around me, for my family. So that's something that meant a lot for me. That was number one. Number two is, like I said, the culture. I started to grow away from the actual culture in New York. So in New York, people are really great. I know amazing people up in New York, but the overall culture started to get a little extreme. People started to get a little angry all the time. They start to get into these camps of really being divisive on I'm this and you're that type of thing, so we can't have a conversation. And that is something that I really hate. And one of the great things about Texas is that I've really come to love is the diverse culture, but then also that people come together and they're happy to just say, hey, listen, we're both people. We have our differences. Now let's grab a drink, let's hang out and have a conversation. There's really none of that, you know, you're this, I'm that, we can't have a conversation, which I absolutely hate and I'm completely against. Really contrary to popular belief that I had being up in New York is that the first time I visit, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have cowboys, we're gonna have honkies, and it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be conservative, and we're gonna see all these flags and people are gonna choose sides. That is just not the case. In fact, I would actually argue, especially in the metroplexes in Texas, it is more diverse than anywhere in the country. It has actually grown so much over the years, which we're gonna get into next, that most people actually flew in here. They moved to Texas. There's more people that moved to Texas than actual native-born Dallas residents here. So that's a really interesting fact that I think a lot of people aren't aware of and how the actual culture here works. Secondly, more people are just more friendly, right? They'll stop and have a conversation with you. They'll say hello. They'll say, hey, how you doing today? How's your family? Say goodbye to you, hold the door, things like that. It's a lot more common than you get in places like New York that I personally experienced. The third thing is economic growth, like we talked about. So population in North Dallas. I chose Frisco, Texas because of the amazing place that I see here. It is very aligned with my core values, who I am and where I want to go in life. Part of that is absolute growth. I believe in getting better. We want to grow and we want to be the best so we can provide the best and have the most impact and change on the world far after the days that we're gone here on this earth. So population in Frisco, Texas in particular, went from 30,000 in 2000 to 227,000 in 2023. Crazy growth, absolutely love it, and it is not stopping. Building and construction everywhere in Frisco. You have amazing developments going in place. And the DFW Metroplex, there is multi-billion dollar investments and changes going on that are scheduled ahead. So right now you have the PGA headquarters located in Frisco, Texas with this insane Omni Hotel, completely amazing place to live. You have new developments coming in like Universal Public Studios, creating a $10 billion amusement park that will completely change the landscape, bringing more jobs, more economic growth, more travel. It's crazy. The airport is scheduled for expansion. Now, mind you, the DFW airport is already #2 largest in the entire country. So that's amazing. We're gonna dive more into that in a second. With that, the last point on economic growth, there's tons of competition down here. So I got my real estate agent license down here, so I'm a realtor, but I love competition and I'm fueled to be the very, very best. And one of those things that happens here is that there are other amazingly high-performing real estate agents down here, so it is my duty to continue to grow and be the best that I can personally be, and that raises all the tides. So a lot of times you think about competition is that, hey, listen, it's not the best thing, but realistically, healthy competition makes everyone better because we're all trying to be the best, and that's what I truly believe in and I love, and I am emphatic about, and I just want more of it. And that's exactly what's going down here in every single sector in North Dallas. Dallas is not just a single sector economic hub, right? You have places like Houston are very, very heavily invested in oil and gas, right? But in Dallas, you have a little bit of everything. You have a lot of tech, You have a lot of headquarters of manufacturing companies. You have Toyota having their headquarters down here. You have Frito-Lay having their headquarters down here. Pepsi-Cola having their headquarters down here. JP Morgan Chase has multiple offices down here. The banking industry down here is absolutely insane. And the real estate industry, this is the headquarters for real estate, whether it's their company is based out of this area or they're actually competing in economic growth and investments in this area. So for me, I love the competition fueled by it. That also means that there's tons of opportunities coming up and future growth. So this is a never-ending spectrum. And to be honest, Frisco, Texas is going to be the northern hub in Dallas. Right now, there's really not too much reason to actually commute into Dallas if you want to live in Frisco, Texas. But because so many more companies are coming into Frisco, Texas, like Goldman Sachs building their new headquarters down here, there's going to be more and more opportunities where you don't actually have to leave Frisco to get a high-paying, high-income job that is very, very rewarding. So that's amazing. All right, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a treat. I lied to you. I said there was 5. I have a bonus reason, and that is schools and crime rates here in Frisco, Texas. Now, something that I care deeply about is my future children. I don't have children yet, but if I'm gonna move to a place, if I'm gonna bring children into this world, I wanna make sure that I'm bringing them to an environment where they can flourish and grow. And the schools here in Frisco, Texas are absolutely amazing. Frisco, Texas has top 1% of schools in all of Texas, and that's truly an amazing stat because I came from a place in New York where we were very, very highly ranked in schools, and I saw the benefit of that, not only for the learning in the classrooms, but also the opportunities that come when you are that top tier. Because when you go to apply for your college as a kid, right? If you are coming from a top tier high school, your average grade point doesn't need to be as high as someone coming from a lower tier high school across the country. And that is something that a lot of people forget. So the opportunities from having a great school is really compounding effect. You get better learning, but then you also get better opportunities. Crime rate is some of the lowest in the country. It is ranked the safest place in all of America by Smart Asset. And no matter how you interpret the data, right? Whether you want to look at these facts, those facts, this is the safest, that's the safest. The point being is that it is one of the best places for schools and crime rate to keep your family safe with great opportunity to raise them, right? And that is something that I deeply care about, because if I'm gonna bring children into this world, they better have the best opportunities and the best life. And I cannot wait till that day comes. The fourth thing that I wanna talk about is location. Location, location, location. So obviously Texas is centrally located in the country. Southern half of basically the middle of the country, which is amazing. The DFW airport, like we just said, is the second largest in the country, probably going to be the largest after this economic development and as they continue to expand more and more and more, because the DFW area continuing to grow. What does that all really mean with a DFW and a location? Basically, you can get a flight anywhere in the country from 4 hours, or you can be in California, you can be in New York. And for someone like me that travels every 6 to 8 weeks, that is extremely important, because I don't want to be dealing with layovers. I don't want to be dealing with, waiting in the airport, trying to find the right time to get to places where like I can only fly out at 6 p.m. and these crazy different things. That means a lot to me, is cutting down on commute time. So with that, if you're looking at Frisco, Texas, you can get to the airport anywhere between 25 and 35 minutes. That's a beautiful blessing for me, because up in New York, I had to travel 45 to an hour and a half just to get to the airport. So it made traveling a full day event. It also meant that like if I wanted to go to California, it was a 6.5 hour flight. So that's a 10-hour travel day back in the back end, door to door, and just a huge, huge pain in the butt. So location, location, location is very, very important for me. Being in Frisco, like I said, you really don't need to drive 45 minutes to get to a good employer. Every day for me, I drive 10, 15, 20 minutes tops to go to the amazing gym, amazing grocery stores, Whole Foods, Sprouts, HEB, which is a cool Texas grocery store, which I just found about. Really, really good food, something coming back to the health that I care a lot about. Location is absolutely amazing. The fifth and final reason that I chose to move to North Dallas, Frisco, Texas area is because of the homes, the styles, the builds, everything about it, I absolutely love it. Now, it was a huge learning difference to understand that most homes here in Texas don't have basements. And for as a contractor, the engineer background in me, because I do have an engineering degree, is that understanding the actual soil, that it's clay, the bedrock, how it all works. It is actually more common for there not to be a basement than to have basements. And up in New York, it's the complete opposite. Almost every single home has a basement, but I digress. Most homes down here are new construction homes, especially in Frisco. The average home is only 13 years old. So what does that mean? That means there are new builds coming out on the market each and every day. There are 1,000 homes currently under construction in Frisco, Texas, giving you an amazing opportunity to buy a new home if you so choose. And being a builder, being a contractor, I see the value and the benefit of buying a new home versus buying a home that is 50, 60, 70 years old. In New York, where I came from, it was very common to work on homes from the 60s, work on homes from the 1800s. Actually, at this moment right now, I'm doing a remodel of a cottage up in New York from 1880s, and basically we have to strip the whole house down. The ceiling heights are 7 feet, the floors are wavy. There is definitely a lot of characteristic in the home, and there are some benefits in that, right? But what I've found as building these homes and living in these homes is that it is so much better to just buy a brand new home. Better insulation, better windows, better electrical systems. You don't have to worry about rewiring the entire house. These certain creaks, the floors don't creak, things like that. It's nice at times to have that old feeling, but on a day-to-day basis, it is so much nicer to have a nice new modern home. And in North Dallas, there's tons of different styles, right? You could have the old cottage look, new, modern, contemporary look, the old craftsman look that is updated for modern sake, tons of different builds. You can go with a brick pattern exterior, a wood pattern exterior, stucco. The options are endless, and that's what I absolutely love as a builder. So if you're interested in buying a newer home, North Dallas is the place, and for me, I'm gonna argue with that each and every day and in every single way. Guys, that is my reasonings for moving here, the 5 top reasons. I truly love it. Like I said, we're 60 days in right now, and it's been bliss. If you have any questions about moving to North Dallas, I am a real estate agent, licensed realtor here. I can help you answer those questions. I can help you find the right home. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Guys, all of my contact details are in the description below. I'd love to help people. I love to just have conversations with people. So until next time, guys, we're gonna be putting out videos each and every week, 2 a week, listing videos, home tours, informational videos, because we want to provide more and more value. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe so we can continue bringing the value that we know you enjoy it. A lot of times we're gonna be doing home tours, so the best thing you can do is put the notification and actually subscribe to the channel, because these homes will not be staying on the market for more than 20 days after we put out a home tour. So if you like it, you wanna get the notification, please subscribe so you can hear about it right away. Until then, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. We're out of here.